The aviation sector is a key pillar of the Indian economy. Unfortunately, it is treated more like a elitist mode of transportation, and with the coming in of the new government, we expect that to change. Now, in terms of the budget expectations, I think the top three factors could be related to the turbine fuel, aviation turbine fuel. Then there's the no-frills airports, and the third thing is the maintenance, repair, and overhaul. Now, ATF in India, the aviation turbine fuel is actually the costliest ATF in the world, and it's almost 60% costlier than our competing countries in the Gulf and the Southeast Asia. And clearly, bulk of it actually comes from the huge taxes. So our request to the finance minister would be to actually declare ATF as a declared good with a uniform 4% tax, sales tax all across the country, as well as also reduce the excise and customs which is imposed on the aviation fuel. Number two, no-frills airports. Right now we have about 86 odd operational airports, of which barely about 40 or 50 are the ones where bulk of the connections are there from the airlines. But the real growth, as we expect from the next 5 years, is going to come from the small airports, the regional airports. These are the airports where the real economic activity is happening in terms of mining or factories or tourist locations. And these will require a huge amount of both fiscal and monetary support from the government to make them happen. The third largest part is the MRO. Unfortunately, all the aircrafts in India, all commercial aircrafts actually go outside India for major repairs. Now this is a big tragedy because these airlines, they don't have the margins. They collect money from you and me in rupees, they convert it into dollars and then pay these global maintenance companies, whether they are in neighboring Colombo or Singapore or Malaysia or Philippines or Dubai. Now this is a colossal waste. This is our money and we have the talent to do maintenance in India. So unless we remove the tax anomaly, this opportunity will always be gifted away to others. And as our fleet increases, we have about 400 odd commercial aircrafts, and this is slated to go to 1,000 aircrafts by the end of this decade. And it will be a colossal loss if we let this business, the employment opportunities and the taxes thereof to just go abroad. So this the top three. Other than that, there are various other requirements, expectations from the budget related to Air India. We expect them to be privatized so that a lot of money which is supposed to go in there can be brought back to support the industry. We also need to get help on training and capacity building and air navigation services. Thank you.